Okay. We on? There it is. Excellent, excellent. Turn off the video for that shit. No need for that. Launching creation kit. Lost another follower. Cool. Actually going backwards instead of forwards. Anyways, I gotta reset my counter again because now it's shifted. My counter shifted. So let me do that. Shit. Why follow if you're not gonna if you don't want to watch the videos? Shit, right? Well, now I gotta reset this. Okay, title. Let's reach 300 followers. Goal amount 300. Starting amount. What was it? 111. End date 12 the 31st, 2021. Okay, that looks good. All right. Everything set up. Okay, so while this thing is loading up, we're gonna start creation kit. If you missed out on the other streams, I'm gonna go over the basics, the topics that we did on the previous lesson. So I would say that this is category. Well, this is like the 8th lesson, but since this is a whole different category of what we're doing, it's like we're doing quests. First, we did quest lessons, so now we're doing world space lessons. So this is lesson 1 of category 2, I guess. I'll organize it later. Am I on? Yes. Volume. Okay. So this takes a while. You know how freaking creation kit takes forever to load. So let me do that. This is loading really, really slowly. So while I'm just on chat mode, I guess I can find something to do in the meantime. So all I'm going to do is just to show you what this is what I'm going to do. That's not what I wanted to do. Okay, so I'm going to load up just a Fallout 4 ESM without any active files. So we're just going to load clean slate, starting over, clean slate. So there it is. Go back to my webcam while that thing loads. All right, so if you're joining me right now, Creation Kit. Creation Kit lessons starting now. Let me see if MD Katie's going to join because he was the one who wanted he's the one who wanted this lesson, so Okay, loading files 13%. It's really, really, really slow. So that last stream actually went on a lot longer than I expected. It was 2 hours and a half. I was kind of hoping just by 10 I would be through that area, but we didn't finish it. Okay, so here it is. It's loaded. Okay, so creation kit. Is it working? Yes, it is. That was weird. Okay, let me launch my camera. So here we go. Hopefully everything's on point. You can hear me. Okay, and you can see the creation kit is open up. We are doing a clean slate. So the first thing that you're going to want to do for this lesson is you're going to want to save a new plugin. So I'm going to call this Stream Tutorial 2. And that's it. That's all I'm going to do. And right here, if you don't know already, what should I start with? What should I start with? This is your cell view. These are all your interiors. Here's your render window, where when you open up one of these interiors, your interior will be appearing here in the render window. And then right here are all your objects, your quests, your character stuff, your special effects, your world objects, which we're going to be using, your statics, your doors, your foliage, etc., etc. All that stuff is in here in this object window thing. I like to organize my thing a certain way, whereas I like to keep these things on the side, sort of, and then have like a big render window in this corner. I never really pay attention to this thing right here, so I just have this normally out of the way if I can. Well, I can't move it, so I'll just click on that one. And so there, I got everything neatly organized the way I like it. And so the first thing that we're going to do is that we are going to create a new world. So we're going to go into world spaces right here. You can see this tab where it says world. You go into world spaces. And what it's going to show you is going to show you your Commonwealth. It's going to show you your Diamond City FX, Good Neighbor, and Sanctuary Hills. So that Sanctuary Hills is actually a is part of the game where before the nuclear bombs fell, and then there's the Commonwealth, which is the whole freaking map, and what you know, the wasteland. So instead of using any of these, we don't want to touch any of this. Nothing. Don't want to mess with nothing that's here whatsoever. And we're going to right click. Remember that. Right click right here, and we're going to hit new. So we're going to create a new form right here, and we're going to call it, let's just call it World Space Tutorial. Zero World Space Tutorial. That's not really necessary. Okay, we're going to call this, let's see. Let's call it, RAGEStyle World. Okay, so that's it. We don't have to do any of this. You don't have to have parent world space or none of that stuff. You can choose what type of water here. You can create your own, but normally it's good to just choose one of these that goes well with your world. There's Diamond City water. There's, what should I go with? Lake water, marsh water, ocean water, gullet water. Since we're going to make a little island, let's just call it ocean water. So that's it. You could put what kind of climate, default climate, clear climate, it doesn't matter. Let's just go with the default climate. You could, yeah. Okay, so that all that stuff looks good. And don't mess with any of this. This is just like your land and your water height. And this as well. Okay, so that's it. That's pretty much it for creating your world space. So now we have a new world space, and we're going to go right here back into the cell views, and we're going to your zero world space tutorial thingy, and you're going to end up with this right here. It's something called wilderness, and there's nothing in there. You're going to see you've got this freaking area that where there's nothing in it, nothing whatsoever, and it generates a bunch of extra wilderness stuff. One thing, the first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to left click on one of these and give it a name. Let's just give it a name so that you can find it. Let's just call it center region. Center region EXT. Use EXT just to, like, kind of a naming convention so that you know where it is. So whenever you're looking at it, you could just press C and it will, right here, it will automatically highlight it, and you can click it again, so in case you get lost. And so there it is, and this is your first world space, and you press the letter H. You press the key H on your keyboard, all right? So that's going to bring up your landscape editing settings, and here you can choose what kind of textures that you want to paint your floor with. And I'm going to start with maybe a, let's say, dry grass. That seems good. So I'm going to click on the render window again. And what I can do is I can with the left mouse button, I can drag, as you can see, and I can start shaping my land. Obviously, that's very sharp, and it's not really creating land that's like very believable. So we can go right here into our settings where you can edit the radius, and I'm going to edit the radius to something pretty big. So let's go with 20. So did it change it, or maybe that's too big? No, that's too big. Let's go with 13. 13's good, I think. 13's good. So now you can see that the land is being shaped in a certain way where it's conforming to where you're moving it. And you see I'm starting to, like, build up a little bit of mountains and stuff, a little bit of hills actually around the area. And if I go here to soften vertices, it will soften the land for me. And if you want to see what it looks like, your terrain, you can go right here into Show Sky, I believe. Let's get out of that menu first. You run Havoc Sim. No, there's your landscape editing. You just press the H button, and you get the world height map editing. But we're not going to be using that. Most of the stuff that we're going to be using is the landscape editing. And okay, so I'm going to go to toggle sky, and there you go. It starts showing your sky. And here's the interesting thing. I just realized we are underwater. Uh-oh. So that means that the land that I'm building here is everything underwater, and we can actually change that if we wanted. In the we go to world, and we go to world spaces, and we just set the water height, the land height, and then we can set up the water height. So you know what? Since the water is so freaking high, let's make it a little bit lower. Let's go -8 and see if it changes. You know what? I'm not sure if that's working. Let's go back to our center region. I didn't realize that the water was so high. It's no big deal. It's actually better that way. If you're building an island, anyways. So go back to world spaces, RAGEStyle world, land. Maybe this is the problem too. Then -8, just put this at 0 and then change it like that. I just want to make sure that I can get my world to have some water that's a little bit lower than that. So I'm going to open up a new interior, and I'm going to go back to here and then back to my center region. It seems to have lowered the water a little bit. Okay, so that's good. That's good. I'm satisfied with that. So let's set the radius a little bit higher. I was expecting it to be lower than that. Okay, again, let's start. Let's uncheck this soften vertices. Let's get some of this land um, above ground. We're gonna end up creating a little freaking deserted island of sorts. I think 18 is too big. Let's go with 15 again. Set. There we go. You see my land is like finally getting above ground. If you don't want to make an island like this, you can just create your own thing, lower the water, um, import some kind of height map. You could do that too. But since we're doing it this way, so that I teach you how to use the tools that are presented to you here. This is going to be kind of a pain in the ass, but as I'm scoping it, there we go. Now we getting somewhere. Now we got a little island of sorts, and now that this area is kind of poking through the water, we can start to make this smaller and even the land out so that we got something that we can use here. Whoops. And press Control Z to undo the bullshit that you did. This is a pain in the ass, actually. More than I expected it to be. And this is a very lengthy process to do something like this. It could take hours and hours, days, months, if you're making something big. But it is fun, let me tell you. As you can see, I checked this soften vertices again, and it's evening out the edges and making them smooth. So when I flatten them, it should also bring them up closer to me. Let's make the size smaller here. You see, soften again. And there was something edge fall off. Let's go here. Let's change this a little bit. Edge fall off. I keep bringing this up here. Remember, if you don't want to do this like this, you can import a height map that you made like Photoshop or something. And what it does is it's going to make things easier if you're building a bigger land. But fair warning is that if you're building a bigger land, then you're going to spend a whole lot of time building that land. Believe me. Okay, so let's just keep doing this. Build our little island. I'll say here, sadly, for some reason, the Fallout 4 kit does not have the height map editor that the creation kit has. That Skyrim, yes, that's true. That is true. There's a way that you can do it though. I will do that in another lesson. That you can actually import. You can import a height map from something that you did in Skyrim, and it works just fine. That's the way I did it. This thing, it doesn't work here, but it creates like an ESM or an ESP of the height map, and then you import that and you put it in here. That's how I made Northern Springs actually. So there's a workaround, thankfully. But we don't have to go into detail. We don't have to go too much detail of that in for right now because we are just building our little island here, and we're just going to use the stuff that's already made here. Let's move this land a little bit closer to the. You know, this could be a really lengthy process, but it is fun. It's more just you know, letting your artistic side just run wild, placing stuff and trees and stuff like that, and I'm actually surprised that you know it is taking a while. Or it's too small. Yeah, yeah. I definitely I gotta look for the plugin that it's somewhere on Nexus Mods. And once I find it, I'll stream it how to import height maps because it's a really weird process to be honest. It's not conventional. I can end up doing this for like hours at a time. And just like shaping the land and smoothing it out and all that good stuff. It takes a lot of time. Okay, so as you can see, I am building a little island here, just randomly placing, randomly sculpting my world. Just simply by left clicking and dragging the mouse button up and down. And I think there was another, there's the drawing mode too, where you can just, you can raise it or you can lower it and enter a value here. And there's that method of doing it, which is, I guess it's also useful. What's edit radius? 8. See, there you go. That works too. And you just continue raising it and raising it and raising it. So I'm raising it by delta. And this is also a useful tool for bringing land up from underneath the water. It's just, you know, it takes time. And you go right here, you could raise by. I think you got to drag it. Or do you just hold it? I can't remember. Raise by 14 or absolute height. Let's just go by delta. What if I put a higher value right here? You see it starts going faster. That's excellent. Raising by delta. I could create a bigger radius to so that it how do I say it? I can work faster. Maybe that's too big. 19 maybe? Well, this is weird. Let me reload it. Okay, I'm not going to worry about that. This is probably me fucking around with the values. Okay, let me turn off the sky. As you can see right here, these little things right here, these buttons. You can toggle the sky, and you could toggle what is this one? Toggle the grass. You could turn off the foliage and stuff like that. Toggle the lights. And this is just the world is going to be lit by the skybox, and the sunlight's going to be hitting on here, and that's how that shit works. So if I toggle the sky, you can see that the light, it's already lit according to the sky. One thing you can do is you can change the time of day over here, and it'll show it either at night or during the day. So let's put it during the day so that we can get a good look at what's here already. Okay, so I mean, basically you got your dried grass and shit, and okay, our land is looking pretty decent, I guess. You know, if it was a deserted island, that'd pretty much be it. I don't know what the hell happened here. It must have been when I was fucking around with the settings. There's a way to fix that, but I'm not gonna fuck with it right now because probably I'm gonna have to like reload the damn kit and do some bullshit with that, and I don't want to do that. This is for the lesson. Okay, so I'm just gonna continue doing this, and I'm gonna make a beach here. That's what I'm gonna do. But you know, it's pretty simple. You know, you can imagine you're building your land, you're sculpting it, and that's pretty much it of how you do it. So now I'm going to paint it. And what we're making here is a beach. So what do we do? We look over here into your textures where you got some beach texture. There's ocean floor even, so if you want to paint the ocean too. There's marsh grass, no, glowing sea, no. Just keep looking until you see, there you go. Wet rock, sand, coast sand. Okay, that sounds about right. And so instead of pressing the left mouse button, I'm going to edit the radius so it's smaller, 7's good, and I'm going to right click on the mouse to paint it. As you can see, that's how you do it. Okay, that's wet. So we don't want wet, but we don't actually have to, we don't have to do that like that. We can do this. Okay, so I'm gonna paint this so that it's wet in the corners like so, you know, around the corners where the waves are hitting and shit. And okay, and now we're gonna go over here and we're gonna put the sand dry to mix in with the rest of it. And I'm gonna press Control S to save it, or go up here into the icon and save it if you want to. And right click, and there you go. You're painting the land. You got it looks like softening the vertices right here would be a pretty good idea. So we don't need that anymore. So no drawing mode. Uncheck this drawing mode. Go back into soften vertices, and now I'm going to just soften this stuff over here a little bit so that it evens out the land and it's more beach-like. Oops, that's probably not beach-like. That is beach-like. Okay, that's more beach-like. Yeah, you can see it's bringing the it's bringing the beach lower. And so let me bring this up just a little bit just to even it out. What does it say? Oh, it does? Damn, I use the old method of Photoshop height mapping and then importing. Hmm. Yeah, that works too. Okay, so H. Let's see. Let's create some rocks or something. If we want to do that, okay. Yeah, you know what? Let's add some rocks. One good way of doing this. Okay, since this is a beach, let's see. Go into World Objects. Go right here into your filter and look for rock. The World Objects, right? Rock. Let's go to static then. Cave mound. No, 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 no. Dirt road. It takes some time. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff here to go through. We go to you got boulders. You got cliff here. You know what? Let's drag one of the cliffs and see what it looks like. Hmm. It didn't work. That's weird. Maybe it did drag it in there, but there it goes. Okay, because I got to be out of edit mode. So there you go. You drag that in, and one issue here is that it looks like it's it's locked. It's locked to it's snapping rotation is on. So let me turn off the snapping rotation and snap to grid. You don't need that when you're placing rocks. You can use it if you want to for certain. Um, how do I say it? We're getting certain angles, I guess. Uh, that looks good. Let me press Control D and duplicate it. And if I want to rotate it around, I just hold the right mouse button, and that works just fine. So there it is. I rotate it around, and then I'm going to drag it over here to the other side. Scale it a little bit, make it a little bit smaller. And now we got this unique looking rock formation of things. And let me put another cliff over here so that it fits alongside that one that I just did. And if I'm if I'm holding the X, C, or Z, you can move it along the Y axis, the X axis, or the Z. So I haven't done this shit in a long time. Just placing it, randomly placing this crap. Duplicate it, Control D, add it again. And I don't know if this is going to be like, this rock formation is going to, if it's going to match up with the rest of it. If it does, well then good. If not, I could just continue looking through here and like add different ones. Just be like, oh, okay, well then that one works. And make it bigger too by scaling it. And that actually does not look too bad. There's something about this rock here though that looks different. Coast, wet, that's why. Ah. Okay, so let me just click on that and then press Shift. Wait, was it Shift? No, alternate. Press Alt and scroll through the mouse wheel and see if I can find that same thing there. I'll just change it all to the same thing. And if I want to change just the texture and still use the same mesh, I just I think it's alternate shift, is it? Yes, alternate shift. Holding the alternate shift and then using the scroll of the mouse wheel, it works just as fine. So there, we got like a little cliff right. I mean, yeah, we got a little cliff right there at the end, at the edge of the beach. And if I wanted to, manually shape this so that it's smaller and matches more with the beach, I could just move it down as such. And if I move it up, it brings it up. If I move it down, It brings it down, and I can just manually shape it myself until I get something that I like, something desirable, like that. Pretty easy. Very cool, very cool. I see my beach is beginning to take shape. All right, so there is a small beach that I just created right now. Let me continue shaping my beach so that it matches. More of the, let's put more of the coast. Oh, you got grass and sand here. So let me go over here and see what that looks like. So I'm going to right click, and you begin to see that it's beginning to paint and give the whole area some shape. Now here's something that you got to watch out for. You can only have in one area, in one of these in these, I guess, these zones, you can only have up to, I think, 4 textures. So that means if you have one texture too many, it's not going to paint. So let me see how that looks. It looks fine right there. Sand, you get the sand dry, and then coast, grass, and sand. So let's just put some random stuff right here. Yeah, like you see right here. This is, I believe that the zone ends right there, and you're gonna get that weird looking fuck. I guess it wasn't. I thought that's where it ends. It don't matter. Don't matter. Okay, so let's just continue fucking around with this. Debris, rubble. Don't know. You got cobblestone. You got cracked mud. Let's just put something like default grass. Wait, no. Coast grass and sand. Let me turn on the foliage. It's got foliage of its own. So I turn on the grass, and you can see it's already, like, getting kind of detailed here. And if I keep doing that, it's gonna show default grass, asphalt, sand with the ripples on it. What is this? Ah, that looks pretty cool, actually. Let's see what this looks like here. I believe that you could also do some opacity here. Let's put 30, and then let's put a edit radius of 3. So let's see what that looks like. Just do little splotches here and there. Bad. It actually looks pretty cool. I like it. Let's put some random trees in there. So let's look at a tree. So I went into my filter and I looked up tree. And there's some tree lean scrub. There's tree maple trees. Let's see what that looks like. I don't think that's what I'm going for. Let's go to the Commonwealth and let's have a look at what their beaches look like. Ah, yes. I forgot about that. Let me press Control S to save it first. So in Commonwealth, let's go to Coast. Go to one of these coasts. Coast Guard Pier EXT sounds good. And I'm just going to copy whatever might be here that I can use.
You know that one guy Jay Shrapnel, see? No one gives a fuck about him, or what he does.
That's true. Okay, so while that's loading. Well, pretty much it's just using the standard trees here. Oh. I think Fallout Miami is using They got the palm trees and stuff, which is pretty cool. Be cool to like add my own trees and shit. So basically, what I'm doing right now is I'm just studying what the coast and what the beaches look like in this game. So, if I see something that I like, I will use it to detail my own. Okay, so let's just use this right here. Let's take this and this. So I'm going to press Control. Um, yeah, I'm going to hold Control, and then I'm going to left click on both of these things so that I can take some of these so that I can begin shaping my world. So I'm press Control Copy, Control C, and head back into my world space tutorial and go to that center region EXT. Oh, let's see what we got. We're gonna make this look pretty nice. Today I'm not gonna do the whole freaking thing, but I'm gonna show you how to do it so that you can make your own. And I mean, truly, I would love to see like new kinds of worlds being brought into Fallout 4, and shit that is just really out there and something of somebody's imagination, and just let it run wild. Just let it run wild and see what you can come up with. So there, I'm just placing these two things. Now I got a tree that I can work with. So how do I um, align it to the floor? I just hold alternate and I drag it around, and you see it's aligned to the floor just like such. And there I got my tree. I bring it down so that it's kind of sticking to the floor. But here we know. And then press Control Copy, Control C, and then Control V and start pasting them around like that. Just switch them around so that they don't look the same. Press alternate and then scroll on the mouse wheel to get different trees, and that makes things a lot easier. Double click if you want to change trees all at the same time. You see how quickly this begins to start taking shape. We got all these dead trees. I don't know why. We could just change them, and if we wanted to make it live trees or dead trees, whatever. But as you can see, it's starting to come together. So press Control D duplicate for that, so that I make a duplicate of this, and I got another piece of land that I can use. There's a nice piece of land. That shit right there looks pretty good. I kind of like that. Just keep adding. Remember also, right click, move the mouse around, you can rotate it. So I got to stress that enough so that you memorize and you remember what to press. Or I know that the person watching this video knows what they're doing in the creation kit, but whoever's new and watching this. Okay, so let's shape this to fit around that rock right there. So make this bigger. Like that. You see that it's coming together. If I wanted to, go over here, press H, grab that rock, that big ass rock. Remember to Control Save it all the time. This creation kit crashes a lot. I'll put something here, something that I like. Now we got like some kind of a structure here. It's starting to look pretty cool. Make this a little smaller. And who knows? It's like, hey, this area looks pretty cool. I want to add some kind of a cave that's popping out of here somewhere. How do I do that? Okay, so let me get this. And let me look up cave entrance. I think it's called cave entrance. Cave ENT. That's there. There you go. So let me get out of there. Press H. Cave entrance. So let me bring that in here. That one looks like a big one. It looks like the one, I think that's Virgil's entrance. Get a smaller one. There we go. So that one has, this rock is still wet, so let's make this smaller. I mean, let's make this smaller. Let's make this one dry. Make it match. Like you can continue doing it like that if you want to. You could put an entryway in here, and let's just say that somebody lives in that cave dweller. You got some raiders or something. But as the world is beginning to come together as such, you can shape it just how you want. It could let your mind, let your creativity flow. Figure it out. It takes time. It takes a lot of time. So you got to be patient. Control copy. See what you got here. Yeah, look right there. I just found a log that it's just like going through the floor. So put this one sticking through the ground a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Copy it so that we make two, and then make this one a little smaller. Put it into position. Maybe I can get a smaller bush. I don't know. There's so much stuff that you can do and use here to get it to your liking. You see, and that's how it's going to look in the game. It's going to look really cool, to be honest. So we still have this thing here that we have not like completely completed yet. So what am I going to do here? How am I going to do that? That little mound thing. Looks cool. Definitely does look cool. So there, add a new mound. Make this one a little bit bigger. Put it underground so that, it's not sticking through the floor like that. Make it match. Get a tree if you want, whatever. I don't know. There you go. Starts taking shape. Let's put some kind of a tree here. Dead tree cluster, maybe? I don't know. Tree. Static. There's a falling cluster right here. Whoops. That one doesn't fit for that. You got tree blasted, tree cluster. Those are always good. Adding tree clusters because it's like what these are is that these are static collections, and I don't know if I did a tutorial on how to make static collections, but anyway, static collections is a collection of several models, trees like this and stuff, where they're just kind of clumped together. So it makes detailing much easier. Me, I forgot. It's a AMD. Um, I shit, I forget. Like, what is it? 970 or something? 980? I don't know. Okay, so anyways, using the tree clusters always nice. Keep adding them in there. Control copy, make things easier. Okay. Whoops, I fucked up. That's already 11. Control save it. Okay, so this world is coming out pretty cool. Let me paint the world a little bit. So press H again. And I guess we can start adding some debris, some dried grass with some weeds maybe. I just start adding it randomly like this. Just painting the ground. We got another beach over here, so we'll put some sand. You got dried grass too. Always cool. Always good to add, like, you know, variety of different things in here. And where's the dirt? No, no. Ocean floor? No. Riverbed rocks. What the hell was the sand? There it is. The wet sand. I mean, the coast. Okay, those are rocks, aren't they? Okay, yeah, yeah. Also cool. Also cool. I like that. That area is like kind of I think more suited for this kind of texture. That's more. How do you put it? It's not as smooth. All right, let me copy that rock over there. And, oh yeah, and you can press if you have something selected, just press D to deselect it, and it will deselect the rock. Okay, let's also put coast. Let's see what else we got for the coast. We got the coast rock cliff. Oh, these are good too. I like these rocks. These rocks are nice. I even retextured them so that I could use them to create like different types of rock formations, and I used it in caves, and that worked out really well. I liked it. I used them a lot in this area that these mines. Yeah, the rock formations are really cool with that, and I think it'll work just fine if I add it right here, like that. Press H again, so bring up the menu so that I can edit the land. All right, 12. Change it to 12 so that I can bring up the land, cover all the holes underneath the water. All right. I wish I knew what the hell that was. So it's just another thing. Sorry, you can press I when the mouse is in the world space view and it shows the texture limits. Oh yeah, yeah, I remember that. And right there, the texture limits, and you got the land default, and you got I think yeah, it's like between 4 and 5. You can't have any more than that. But you can also clear them too by you could view the quad and then you can replace them or you can delete them out of there. But it creates like it makes things look ugly, so you have to fix it all over again. Okay, just get this rock formation to look right. I would say that's good. That's good like that. Really small land area. You got some dirt. Let's have a look at this. You got some dried grass with some weeds. Keep adding it. There we go. Maybe some brambles. So look up bramble. Bramble 1. These things can be kind of ugly. Oh. Just randomly put them in there somewhere. Make your land look nice. Alright, so as we detail this, I think I'm kind of liking it so far. We still got the other side to detail, so we're not going to really focus on that right now. Let's just focus on building the land. Make the rocks match. How come I can't grab it? We scale that a little bit. All right. So that is looking pretty decent right there. Let's add a boat. A fishing boat. Black fishing boat. Put it right here in the ocean. So I just drag that in there. And you can actually make these like how do I say it? Make it look like they're floating and they're not just static like this. But I kind of forgot how to do that. It's right here somewhere. You got a rowboat too. You gotta attach it to some sort of thing. Damn it, man. You got a tugboat. That's pretty cool. And one there. A rowboat. Put this right here on the beach. Kind of just going through the floor a little bit. Like it's washed up on shore. Underneath the sand maybe? Like that. Maybe make two of them. Like such. Alright, that looks pretty cool. Maybe lifeguard chair. Let's get some of the movable statics. What the hell were those things called? Lifesavers. It's got to be under the movable static, but whatever. Hmm. Now let's just get something to detail for the beach. Whale. You could even put a whale beached. Let's see what that looks like. There's so much stuff in here. You know, you could spend a lot of time just studying all the different crap that they have here. The beached whale. That doesn't look like a beached whale. Wait, that is a beached whale. That's a beluga whale. Okay, Control S to save it. Let's because I can't remember everything here. A bench, maybe? It's under static, maybe. NPC bench, park, stone vault, church. I don't know. Take time to look through all that shit. Just detail it. Maybe the picket fence. Hmm. All this detailing stuff could be a real pain in the ass, so I'm not gonna do it all right now. Just trying to add a couple of details in here and there, so it looks more like a beach. It would look a lot better if I had like oh, you got the beach fences here too. I didn't realize that. Beach grass. Deselect it. Okay, cool. What's this post? Ah, that's coming out okay. Umbrella will work. Let's see. Umbrella. Beach umbrellas. There's a bed. Nice. I like that. That's pretty cool. Umbrella, patio umbrella. That's not the beach umbrella. There it is. That would be good for this thing right here. And just try to position that somewhere. Maybe make it a little bit like that so that it's not too symmetrical and looks more natural. Hmm. Let me go back to beach. Yeah, the beach umbrellas, the grass, the pier beach. What is this? Okay. Here. Maybe if I look through all these hierarchy folders, there should be something in here that's just dedicated to beach crap. Maybe under architecture? No, I wouldn't think so. Buildings, bunkers, static. Learning all this extra stuff takes you a long time. But you know, once you get used to it, you remember the stuff that you use most. So control save it while that thing's loading. Pier shacks. Uh, Roof, sewer, dam. Hmm. Maybe under props too. Yeah, there's too much stuff to learn to go into detail of what everything is right now. But I'm just looking for I don't even know what the hell they're called. That's the thing that sucks. I don't know what it's called. It's not the umbrellas. They're chairs. But which one is it? Wheelchair. Put a wheelchair in there. Right there. A piece of debris. Ah, another cool thing that you can do. Let me go into movable static. Let me go to skeleton. Look up skeleton. Right here, skeleton clothes. Let's add that one. Like she just died right there, the wheelchair on the beach. Nuclear bombs went out. Let me turn on the Havoc sim. So that would be this thing right here, this icon, and just click on it, and it will just fall and drop into position. And unclick it again, and it'll just stay there, just like so. Pretty cool stuff. Easy to do. Uh, okay, so what he was talking about, what Bandit was talking about. Here's the borders. This is one area. This is another area. Right here they end, and then another one starts, and you can see it changes right there where it says wilderness. I'm gonna call this center region ext, I guess. Center region ext1. So that when I load up Fallout 4, I can easily access that just by going into the command line. So actually, I'm going to do that right now. I want to see what this looks like so far. So I'm going to close this, or I'm going to minimize that. I'm going to turn off my Havoc Sim and my skies and foliage and all that stuff so that I'm not taking up too many resources. Launch up Fallout 4. Can't see the mouse? Oh, well, that's freaking that's Steam Labs' fault. I think there's a way to fix that. I'll do that right now, see if I can fix that. Okay, so COC, type in COC, what was it? Center region EXT1. So I'm going to load it up right now. Ooh. What happened? Oh yeah, that's right. I think I got to go to add-ons or mods or something. It's the first thing I got to do. So here if you missed this on the first tutorial, on the other lesson of how to enable your mods, I already saved it, but I first have to go into the load order, go all the way to the bottom where it is, and I'm gonna have to enable it first. So stream tutorial number 2. There it is. Go back, reload it. My thing crashes all the time when I'm loading new shit because it's one of my mods. Not a mod that I made in specific. It's a mod that I put in the game and just it fucks it up. Of course. Okay, let me check this real quick. I'm gonna go into video capture device, display capture. Maybe this thing right here. Capture cursor. That's probably why. I had it off. And is it working now? Yeah. Okay, so let's have a look at the world space that we created so far, and we have to link it up to the Commonwealth so that we can get there from the main game. Okay, I don't have to do that. I'm just gonna go to COC center region. What was it? Center region EXT1. Now it's gonna work. And you will see that we start out in the land that we just built. You see it's coming together pretty nicely. And you can see the floor is still fucked up, but that's okay. Everything else is working fine. We got our little beach beluga whale over here. We got our what is that? Lifeguard chair with the umbrella. We go over here. You know, some of the land looks like the vertices can be smoothed out a little bit, or we can just like put some kind of some rocks there, detail it a little bit more. We go over here and we find our cave. Cave doesn't go anywhere just yet. We're gonna say that for another lesson. What we're gonna do is we're gonna make a door, and then we're gonna make a cave that leads. I mean, we're gonna make the interior of the cave. So, and we're gonna put a person in there, I guess. There's our other boat, and here we go into the beach. And I believe if I jump into the water, we're gonna, you're gonna get rads and crap. So, let me go back to the beach. Let me see what it looks like. You can use a workshop. Okay, so there we go. We have our own little custom world space right here that we're working on. And just continue building onto it and creating your own little world in Fallout 4 if you want to. Okay, so here we are back in the editor. Let me rescale this back up. Let me turn on the sky and let me turn on the foliage again. Uh-oh, what is this? It's the weather's on. So let me turn that off again and turn it on. Okay, now the weather has changed. And you can actually specifically choose what kind of weather that you want it to show. For whatever reason, it just picks whatever random bullshit it chooses. So if, foggy, it shows it all foggy and stuff. Oops, I just clicked on the wrong thing. I show the weather, the clear skies would be best to work with this right now. So, there we go with our little world. But now we have to make a way to get here. How are you going to get here? Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. As a matter of fact, I'm going to take this boat right here. This boat. I'll move it over here. I'll put a little bit in the water. And this is what's going to happen. This boat right here is going to be what's used to link you between the world and the Commonwealth. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to doors. Static, movable, static, no. Door. And is it this one, the auto load door? I press M to show the markers. See if we got a marker in there. It's not showing anything. door. Let me get that out of there. That's not what I wanted to do. Hold on a second here. Map marker. Let's make one of these first. Man, I totally forgot I had a map marker. That it? I guess that's it, right? Marker data. Yeah, there it is. No ref location. Use location name. Now let's call this um, something Taco Island. Taco Island. And what is it? It's a type of cave. No, it's not. It's just a. You got like a beach or something? Vault settlement, a town. What this does right here is this. It shows what it's the icon when you're on your Pip-Boy. It's just. I want to look for. There's no beach or none of that shit here, so I'm just gonna, just use encampment, I guess. Okay, so the map markers right there. It just shows up in your Pip-Boy um, as an encampment, I guess. But that's not what I was gonna do. What I was gonna do, I'm just doing that for good measure because we're gonna need it later. Static. No, door. We want to get that invisible door. Industrial door, no. Invisible door. Here it is. Invisible load hidden. Invisible door even. That works. Invisible door. So let me copy this. And let me show you another neat trick right here. If you want so that you don't have to copy and paste and do that again, let's just make this into a packet. So I'm going to click on the door. And, I can press 1 on the keypad and make it disappear. And then if I push alternate 1, wait, was it alternate 1? Or shift 1? Hey, how the hell do I, whoops. We got our invisible door and it just disappeared. Okay, my door disappeared. I completely forgot. Let me add that in there again. We got our invisible door. Let me hold that. Let me hold the door. And we're going to right click and we're going to create a packet. Create packet. So, yeah. Okay, we're good. We're just going to call this 00 door. I'm going to call this door and boat. Door and boat. That's it. So, now we created a packet. Let's go into the Commonwealth. World spaces. That's not what I wanted to do. Man, I'm getting tired. I'm getting sleepy. Been up since 1 in the morning. So this sucks. Wish I was more. Oh, okay. So let's go back to a beach or something. Where was I at? Beach, coast. Coast Guard Pier EXT. That's fine with me. Coast Guard Pier EXT. And just, I don't know, some random spot right here. I'll put it right by this car. So we got to go to Coast Guard Pier EXT3. So let me check in my pack in here for that boat. Door in boat. Drag that in there. We have our little boat with the door on it. Put this into position. And now I'm just going to click on the invisible door so that we know what we're linking up to. So let me double click on that door, and now you can see, and I'm going to check this teleport thing. And I'm going to head back to the World Space tutorial. And we were in Center Cave Region 1. Center Region 1. Let's go back to that boat. Is this the boat? That's not the boat, is it? Invisible door. There it is. I can't see the door. I know it's there. Okay, anyways, it doesn't matter. Select reference from reference window. It's invisible, but how the hell do I freaking get it to show things again? Oh, well, this is bullshit. Teleport. The best way that I can do it is Abernathy Farm EXT. No, with Center Region EXT. Center Region EXT 1. Is this it? There's no reference on here. Center Region EXT2. Since I forgot how to, like, make them appear again, I'm having a little bit of trouble. Whatever. Center Region EXT2. Let me open that. Invisible door. Edit. Let's go to Recent. World Space. Interiors. Commonwealth. Okay. Commonwealth. Does it show any recent ones? No, it doesn't. So coasts right here. Look for that boat that I was just at. That's wilderness. Man. Invisible door. We'll call this to New World. Okay, so let me check that teleport box and go to New World. They call to New. Come on, you gotta be kidding me, dude. All right, I'm struggling. Just link it directly. Can't believe I did that. To New World. There it is. Invisible door. Okay, now we link them finally. I forgot how to make the door show again. I know how to make the markers disappear, but there we go. They disappeared again. But anyways, everything's all set up. And I gotta head back to the other place. It could be, my markers themselves. Show and hide menu. Okay, markers. Collision objects, portals and rooms. Let's just, all of them, all of them. All the markers. Miscellaneous marker. There we go. That's how you make it appear again. Okay. So markers off and markers on. That's it. See, that makes things a lot easier. Control save it. Okay, so to new world. Just named it to the new world. Yeah, I was pressing M, but it just turns out that I did not have it enabled over here in the view window. The show hide all the menu shit, this stuff it wasn't checked. That's why it wasn't showing up. But now it is. Oh, this is really close to the castle. Okay, so here we are with our door. And what this is going to do is it's just going to link it between one world to the other. So that's how you link the two worlds together. If I double click on it, it will take me back over there. It will say view door reference to the marker in cell center region ext2. There you go. So they're both connected. The two worlds are now connected. This world and the Commonwealth. So you're taking it's like if you're taking the boat all the way to this into this fictional island. So let me close this. Let me turn off the weather and all the foliage, all that shit, so we don't take up any resources. And here we head back into Fallout 4. And even though, and now that I have my mod loaded, it will even work with my other save games. And I can just explore that little world that I just created in this stream for whatever reason, if I wanted to. So I'm actually going to load one of mine. Yeah, I left off in the Commonwealth over here. It takes a good minute. Ugh. Okay, so here I am. I'm in my save, exactly where I left off. And since it's already working, it's all the way by the castle. The castle. Where was the castle? The castle was all the way over there. So we don't have to do that. We're just going to go COC to New World. Naming convention, it would be a good idea to put EXT at the end, so, so that it's an external. It's just, good practice. Ah, shit. Let me put TGM so that I don't get killed by anything. And here's the boat. This is the boat that I added. And if I walked in, you should see somewhere.
Shit's got ambush all over it.
Oh shit, I fucked up, didn't I? Yeah. The door. What is this? Who's this? It's Kate.
This sure way of getting me in the bath.
So it wasn't hidden door. What the fuck? Thought it was hidden door, but it wasn't. As a matter of fact, hidden door didn't even work. Invisible door. Is that it? Visible load? That's probably it. See, you know what I think it is? It's supposed to say invisible load, not invisible door. Invisible door doesn't do jack shit. So let me go, let me see. Is this thing to New World? Give you link door. What the bloody hell, man? Visible door. Load hidden. That has to be it. Okay. And make sure that they're both still linked, right? Okay. Castle region. Let's try that again. Okay, COC to New World. Okay, let's try the boat again and see if this works. It says RAGEStyle World. Excellent. So I just clicked on it. You see that that it's invisible, and here we are. We are in the new world that we just created. So that's how we link the worlds together. Unfortunately, the weather is crappy right now, but you get the idea. And to see if it leads us back. Back to the Commonwealth. Oh, all right. That's it. That's all I'm gonna do for today. I was just showing you how to start making a world. Discover Taco Island. That's hilarious. So we created Taco Island, and yeah, I showed you how to start making your own little worlds in Fallout 4. And tomorrow, I guess we will try to build into this little world, add some raiders or something, add some NPCs, and a little cave that you can enter right here and do a little quest, something like that, and take some loot. So we'll cover some more stuff tomorrow, and then continue building on our world space. So, guys, thanks for watching. This is RAGEstyle Gaming, and that's it for this lesson. I'm gonna take a break. I gotta get some food, and I don't know. Maybe we'll do another stream later today. Until then, peace out.